Hey guys, okay, so I am finally here with my spoiler talk for Star Wars The Force Awakens. And yeah, I know this has been, I know I've made you guys wait a while, but the thing is, I've just been busy, with work and all that kind of stuff. But now I'm here with my spoiler talk, and yeah, that is official disclaimer has been put out. If you still have not seen Star Wars The Force Awakens, don't worry. I have a spoiler-free Star Wars The Force Awakens review. You can check that out by clicking right here. But as for the rest of you, welcome. Okay, so Star Wars The Force Awakens starts off with the opening Star Wars crawl, and I will admit, as soon as I saw that, what the words were saying, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna lead to some serious crap. And sure enough, it did. Okay, so now of course the first scene, you're down on this planet. I'm assuming it was Jakku, although I'm not quite sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while. But anyway, we see Poe, the character of Poe, talking to this guy, and then all of a sudden the First Order is attacking and crap is going down. You see all these stormtroopers along with Captain Phasma. They're just shooting stuff up, and one of the stormtroopers, who happens to be Finn, is just, okay, I don't like this. But then all of a sudden, Kylo Ren comes out, and crap's going down from here. As soon as Kylo Ren busted out his lightsaber, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna get crazy. And sure enough, it kind of did. When I heard Kylo Ren saying his lines, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy means serious business. And sure enough, he did. Kylo Ren, I'm just going to tell you right now, he is the best Star Wars villain since Darth Vader. I don't know if I've said that. I don't know if I said that in my previous spoiler-free review, but I'm just saying. But in any case, Kylo Ren is just, he's just causing a bunch of trouble. And then we cut to the next day where we have one of our main characters, Rey, and Rey, we learn, is this scavenger. She's hanging out with BB-8, and the relationship with them I thought was beautifully played out. And it's at this point, when we find out that Finn has had enough of the Empire and Poe is helping him escape. Or not the Empire, the First Order. I'm sorry, guys. But in any case, they both get in a TIE fighter, and it's just all action, just stuff's getting jacked from start to finish, and then they get down on Jakku, and Finn takes Poe's jacket because he thinks he's dead, but turns out he's really not, but that comes later. In any case, Finn meets up with Rey, and they get hooked along with this big adventure thing, and stuff's getting ready to take him out. Pew, 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 and with these whole TIE fighters, you have a big chase scene. And then they figure out they got to get off of Jakku. So what they do, they find the Millennium Falcon, they take it. Rey's flying that thing and Finn's shooting at the TIE fighters, and it's just insane. And I will admit, this is definitely what I was wanting to see. This kind of action was great. However, it is not long after this in which we are finally introduced to Han Solo and Chewbacca. And I'm gonna tell you, whenever a beloved character appeared on screen, my auditorium was pretty much applauding. Han and Chewie get on that ship, and he's like, Chewie, we're home. Sure enough, and of course, Finn and Rey are introduced to Han and Chewie, and, they tell him, okay, Luke's missing, and BB-8 has a map that can lead him to Luke, but it turns out it's just a segment of the map. So what happens is they go to this other planet where, we learn that Luke's lightsaber is actually calling to Rey, and it turns out that, of course the First Order comes and, planets are getting wiped out, but of course the First Order comes and Finn takes the lightsaber and engages with the stormtroopers. He just engages with all of them, and of course Han and Chewie, they're, taking on everybody, and Rey has been captured momentarily, but we can tell she's force sensitive. Alright, and I thought for sure that Han, Chewie, and Finn were going to have to save Rey, but, she uses the force, she gets out of there easy. However, it's not long after this when the Resistance comes, X-Wing fighters are shooting up the TIE fighters, and then a ship comes down, and who is with them? General Leia. Yeah, General Leia, not Princess Leia. Anyway, same character, and my theater was applauding. I was like, oh, Leia's back. And then, who comes in? C-3PO! He's back! Only this time C-3PO has a red arm, and I don't remember why that was. If anybody's watching this who knows why C-3PO has that red arm, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, at this point, we're setting up for the big climax of the movie, and, it's, the members of the Resistance, they're assaulting this big planet thing where the First Order is, where Kylo Ren is. But then, we have arguably the most powerful and saddest scene in the entire movie. This was when Han Solo gets on the bridge that Kylo Ren is on, and he goes, Ben! Because it turns out that Kylo Ren is actually Han Solo's son. They go forward, and Kylo Ren takes his mask off. Turns out Kylo Ren can breathe fine without his mask off. He's not like Darth Vader or anything. But what happens is, Han tells him, come with me, I can bring you to the good side. And Bren's like, will you help me? And he says, yes. So he almost does that, but then the dark side clouds him, and then Kylo Ren kills Han. And I gotta admit, that was a very sad scene, but it didn't choke me up, as I'm sure it choked a bunch of you guys up. However, after this, we have a big lightsaber scene, a big lightsaber fight with Rey and Kylo Ren. They're just fighting him, and actually, I think Finn fights Kylo Ren first, and then Rey fights him. But in any case, the First Order is victorious, and now they have the final piece of the puzzle. And at this point, R2-D2 comes back to life. They have the final piece of the map that'll take him to where Luke is. And when that happens, Rey and I think it's Poe. Yeah, Poe's still alive. I'm just telling you. They get in a ship and they go to the planet where Luke is. Rey goes up those stairs, and sure enough, there's Luke. He turns around, pulls his hood off, and Rey is holding the lightsaber after him like she's going to give it to him. And then, credits. I'm not even kidding. It ends on a cliffhanger. Luke didn't even utter a syllable. He didn't even breathe. Well, okay, he was probably breathing, but you couldn't hear him. I mean, he didn't say anything. That's what I'm trying to say. In the end, Star Wars The Force Awakens, I think, is a great start on a great path towards this new Star Wars trilogy, and I can't wait to see how this progresses. In any case, guys, post in your comments below, who is your favorite new character in Star Wars The Force Awakens? Mine, it's either Finn or Rey. They're both great characters. But anyways, guys, I will be back very soon with my top 10 favorite movies of 2015, as well as my most anticipated movies of 2016. And as always, guys, thank you all for watching, and if you like this, like, comment, favorite, hit that subscribe button, and join the Jolinator Club. Chest bump.